Hey, what's up everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. We are starting off the day for SHOT Show 2020. We're starting off obviously with all the range days here that start off the show on Monday. We are starting off here at Pro Gun Vegas with the STI range days. I thought I'd bring you guys along and see if there's anything cool that we want to look at, and we'll take you guys along. Hopefully find some cool stuff.
On the center of that ball, this one falls in that joint. Try that. Oh, come on, like that.
On you.
All right, so we just got done over with STI. Shot a lot of really cool stuff. What's the word, buddy?
The Staccato P has my heart. The XC is fantastic. It's a little bit larger frame. I think it's the difference between the barrel, excuse me, is 5.4 versus 4.4. So the 4.4 inch platform for me was money. I shoot a 4 1/4 inch M&P, so going up a half an inch or a couple tenths of an inch was a smooth transition. So, but I am outside of the price tag. 2011s have my heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were both blown away. So we're both pretty much new to the 2011 platform. I've shot, a couple in the past, been a while. Was really blown away by just how smooth shooters they were, especially the XC was probably the softest shooting pistol I've ever had hands on before.
Yeah.
It was just unreal.
Actually, regular 115 grain, 9 mil.
Yep.
But it feels like you're shooting a 22.
Yep. As I was talking with you too, I think one of the things that's kept me away from the 2011 platform so far has been some of the issues that I've seen people have with them. Right, a lot of people having a lot of issues, malfunctions, and so forth. But like you said, we weren't shooting powder puff ammo.
Nope.
We were shooting 115 grain.
Yep.
And these guns are obviously straight from the factory with no modifications, aftermarket parts,
Yep.
none of that kind of stuff. And they were running amazingly well. Obviously, these guns are getting a ton of ammo ran through them today. We saw one gun that was having a couple malfunctions out of all of them, a couple double feeds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the glass was already smoked. I mean, those guns probably had a couple thousand rounds to them already today, easy.
Yeah.
I definitely do think 1911 and 2011s probably need clean more often than your Glocks and your MPs, that kind of stuff. For sure. But yeah, definitely gave me a new perspective into STI 2011s and kind of how they run.
Yeah. And I mean, for the one that was getting double feeds, the guy, the RO from STI, picked it up, threw a paper towel through it, threw some Hops lube on it, and I put another 17 rounds through it with no issues. So
yeah.
I agree with you. It probably needs to be maintained a little bit more, but it's getting ran hard today. So.
Yep, very impressed so far. We're gonna run up the hill and see what other trouble we can get into, and let you guys know if we find anything else cool. See ya.
After 200-yard sprint, fellas. Run that bolt painting.
Woo! I got another one. How about that? I can't count though.
It is.
That is slick, man.
You made it very obvious that
I like
you
it.
shot bolt action guns before. Once or twice.
That's slick,
Daniel
guys.
and I just looked at each other and exchanged a.
Thing is pretty slick. I like that. That is sick.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Huh? Just some Daniel Defense goodness. DDM4 Pro.
Is really good, and the car does drive it down too much. Yeah.
What's up, fellas? Day one SHOT Show recap. We're just leaving now the STI Staccato range experience. Had a lot of vendors up there. So STI, Daniel Defense, Battle Arms, Nemesis Arms. We'll talk about some of the stuff we saw today. Just wrapping up and leaving the range now.
Yep, it was good, man. It was a whole lot more shooting than we anticipated. It's super fortunate to be able to come out to these things and shoot almost every gun that some of these companies make in one place for with free ammo. It's
Free ammo is always good.
nothing like it. It was really cool. I think so. We started at STI, shot almost every Staccato that they had, which was crazy. My personal favorite, I think I said this earlier, was the XC though. And then the P, or excuse me, the other way around. The P was my personal favorite, just because it was an easy transition from the M&P 4-inch, and then the XC. If I had to shoot a gun exclusively for matches, that would be perfect. Oh, wow, they have an indoor range too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, super cool facility. Side note, out here at Pro Gun, really, really awesome. Looking forward to, I believe the class I'm taking with JJ is out here on Friday as well. But yeah, so really, really cool stuff from STI. I've not spent a whole lot of time with STI. I've shot a couple in the past. This is my first time shooting the XC with their single port comp on there, and like I think we said probably earlier, just shooting the 115 grain factory stuff, and they were running like a champ. I would say even with that ammo, currently I really think XC is probably one of the softest guns, if not the softest gun that I've ever shot. It really blew my doors off.
Dude, imagine
really,
shooting
really
that
cool.
with librarians.
Oh yeah, for real. Yep, 100%. But yeah, so other than that, we saw some other pretty cool stuff. Hit up the Daniel the Defense area for a while. The thing about ARs is that like ARs are ARs for the most part. The main thing that sets them apart is if they work or not. Those of you guys that follow me know I'm a huge fan of Daniel Defense and running their guns for a long time. And Chris, our owner over at SpecTrain, has been as well.
Yeah.
Huge fans of those guns, and so was not disappointed. Wasn't particularly blown away by anything. The coolest thing they had was their new 300 Blackout PDW, which was very, very cool. A lot of some of the 300 Blackout stuff, including the one that we shot up at Battle Arms, ends up with a really, really slow like cyclic rate.
Yep.
Right, and so you can like feel the bolt moving. Mm-hmm. I didn't get that from the Daniel Defense one so much.
Nope.
It felt like you were very much shooting an AR, but it was just whisper quiet at the same time. So it was a really cool kind of combination of features.
Imagine hearing like sending your bolt forward. That was the loudest part of the gun.
Yep.
Like it was just ridiculously quiet when you shot. Like you mentioned, the gun, the 300 Blackouts that we shot up at Battle Arms. We were even shooting them subsonic, and I don't think they were as quiet. We were shooting subsonic ammo out of their stuff, and I don't think it was as quiet as the Daniel Defense PDW. So
yeah, I was really excited to see the Battle Arms stuff. Obviously, I run into a lot of those guns, and when I shoot competition, they've got some. They're mostly known for their PCC stuff, and we shot the PCCs as well, and they were great. They ran like an AR. I don't know if they're necessarily worth the price tag. But they when you get one of those, they're going to run. They're going to run well. You're not gonna. They're coming with all the kind of modifications that you would kind of want to put on there as far as furniture and that kind of stuff for the most part. So
Yeah.
you don't have to do a whole lot to them when you pull them out of the box, but they're definitely pretty proud of their stuff for sure.
They are, and I think so. The comment, I was personally surprised. This is my first time ever running with their PCCs, or even I guess running into them. They don't have last round bolt hold open, and their thought behind that was, hey, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna create something different about how to do it. Because I mean, the rep there wasn't wrong. Like last round bolt hold open on lower caliber or pistol caliber guns isn't extremely reliable, but with the quality of gun they're putting out, like I think that would make a difference on their platform. So yeah, I was a little surprised there, but everything else, like Billy said, you can count on it. It's going to work every single time the way that it's expected to. So
yeah, well, I think too, it's interesting to see some of those guns and understanding kind of what they're built for and the intention of them. It will tell you some things. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Battle Arms, I think it with their PCC market was really targeting competition, right? And so you're really not caring about last round holdover because hopefully you're never going to actually shoot the last round in your magazine in competition.
Yes.
You're going to always try to reload when there's still, at least a couple rounds still left in there. Same thing kind of with, the STI, 911, 1911 stuff. Those guns was not possible to drop the slide, with your strong hand. But again, in competition, like I don't know that anybody really cares about that because you're always doing speed reloads before you run out of ammo. So, kind of the environment you intend to run the gun in definitely speaks to some of the design and what goes into that stuff.
100%. Yeah, I agree with that, and I think on the smaller, like the Staccato P, which is the one I think fit my hand the best. Yeah. The 4.4 inch barrel. Like I could see that as a carry gun, right? I could carry that gun, and so for that particular platform, I do wish there was a little bit more opportunity to get to that slide release, but it's just like anything else. If you train to hit the slide release with your support hand, if you get into an emergency reload situation, then it's probably just as fast.
Yeah, so we kind of bounced around a little bit there, but skipping back to, we actually passed over from Daniel Defense.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So we were talking about, there was kind of two separate booths. We shot the one with the the M4s and the PWs and that kind of stuff. And was very impressed. Guns just were running very well for the most part. Nothing blew our doors off. I did get to shoot, and I'll have to throw in the video, I forget the exact name of it, but one of the Daniel Defense muzzle devices, one of their comps that I've been wanting to run for a while, and we both felt that was just too aggressive.
Yeah, for sure.
It was one of those where you have to drive the gun up while you're shooting it, and I'm just not really a fan of that. Like a little bit less aggressive comp for sure. So I'll throw the name for that. But other than that, we were pretty impressed with all that. And what we were really impressed with was over in the kind of the precision booth, if you will. Ran some of their bolt guns and some of their new precision caliber ARs.
Yeah, and those are money.
Yeah.
I mean that Bolt 6.5.
Yeah, both of the 6.5. I was most impressed with the 6.5 Creedmoor guns across the board. That bolt gun was
money. It just doesn't make sense. And also for people that are crazy into Daniel Defense, they just came out with a new color. It's kind of a blend between a foliage green and an OD green, and it was also very sexy. So not only are these guns running well, but
I think he said that's actually like a prototype color that's not actually out yet. But they are hoping to come out with that very soon.
Okay.
But yeah, I like that a lot as well.
It's a very nice green.
Very cool. Yeah. So I'm actually pretty impressed. I wasn't one of the guys that was like raring right out the door to go buy the new bolt gun from Daniel Defense since it's their first bolt gun offering. Usually I wouldn't jump on that bandwagon, but those rifles were slick.
They got it right. Yep. Yeah. So the barrels on them were also really, really well made, chrome lined, hammer forged. They're just really, really nice, and you could tell that they put a lot of intentionality into how they hammered them, because not only they were able to explain heat dissipation and like all that good stuff, and it also looked really good, right? They weren't just like random dimples in the barrel from where they thought they should put impressions. It's a consistent hammering from the threads of the barrel to the muzzle. So I just thought it was amazing.
And it's cool. It's always cool to see guns in kind of that environment as well, because precision guns for the most part are not meant to be running hundreds of rounds per hour.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we were putting those rifles through.
Suppressed.
And they were still stacking rounds on top of each other.
Yeah.
And just running amazingly well. They would stop and dump some oil on the bolt every once in a while, that kind of stuff, keep running smooth. That's just, part of it. So was very, very, very pleased with how those guns were running.
Same.
Both the semi-autos and the bolt guns.
Speaking of bolt games.
With that said, probably the coolest, most innovative thing that we saw all day is a product that's apparently been out for a very long time.
13 years.
I got a really cool video of the owner of Nemesis Arms. I'm not sure, maybe it's not the owner. He is the owner. Yeah, he designed the rifle we're talking about. Walking through some of the features. I may just upload that as a separate video. But a really, really cool breakdown precision bolt gun that has a lot of really cool innovative features. But it's a complete takedown precision gun that requires no tools to swap out calibers, to swap out different kinds of magazines, switch between right hand and left hand bolts, which is apparently a feature that no other rifle on the market has. Really, really cool gun that we were seeing there, and
shot really, really well as well. Also, there was another 6.5 Creedmoor gun that we were shooting in.
It has custom Timney trigger in it.
That
trigger
beautiful. Was money.
Yeah.
So it was a really good day. I mean, we kind of came out under the understanding that, hey, this might just be STI, that pro gun, but we got out here and there was probably a dozen vendors or more. So that was a really pleasant surprise as well.
Yep, lots of cool stuff. We got lots of video that I'm sure I'll be putting in here for you guys to see as well. A great day. SHOT Show ready to hit the floor tomorrow, and we'll have a lot more stuff coming up very soon.
A whole lot. All right, guys, see you.